Oh, your sources told you? Really?
There's a lot of non-truth, period, right? Non-truth exists in our world in every way. Athletes had these narratives that were created about them, sometimes based in some truth, right?
Yep.
There's some truth to certain things, but it became a narrative that a voice decided to, be loud about, and all of a sudden it has real life implications. I wonder if sometimes like the challenge with, let's call it old and new media, is that in a lot of ways, old media can still operate on a source and can still operate on an opinion that in a lot of ways then becomes reality. Whereas I would never do that, right? No. Like there's like a company line across the board, like we're not gonna criticize anybody. That's not compromising journalistic integrity. That's just not what I'm trying to build or what I'm trying to do.
Yep.
We can be brutally honest, we can curate what it is we want to discuss and talk about with our business, but I'm not gonna challenge somebody. There's too much of that, right? I don't see the space for us in that world. Do you think that the non-truth, let's call it, or the source or the narrative or any of that that's been so present in sports media is officially broken? Like we've been talking about it forever, so I don't want to be sitting here sounding like we're complaining about people that I think are very talented.
I think you're still.
Okay, I just got jacked by some itty bitties. Say hi. Hi. All right. Hi. All right, now get upstairs.
Okay, but when can I?
10 minutes, 15 minutes. Wait till I come up. Wait, 10, 15 minutes. You messing up my set.
Told you.
Okay, go over there. 5, 4.
Come on, Orion.
3.
Let's play Lego Ninjago until then.
2. Countdown always works. Thank you, sons and daughters. Oh my God, so silly. All right, what they talking about? Get them, Matt.
Still gonna get it, but I think there's ways to dispel it now. You know what I mean? Those bigger voices and like you said, this is no knock on anybody. There's a lot of great media members and people who've never played in this league that are great at their job, absolutely. But I think the days of it being the gospel and it being, if he said it, it's the truth, I think those days are over. And I think that's good because like you said, people get a snapshot of us 2.5 hours a day. You know, I was someone who was probably one of the most misunderstood people in this game. The reputation I earned, whether good or bad, I earned it. You know, and there was shit I had to do to survive in this league, but it wasn't who I was as a person. And there was a huge, like I said, when I got in this business or post-business or post-career and I'm in business, people are like, oh shit, like kind of, pleasantly surprised about who I really am. You know, so, you let the league tell it at the time. And like I said, I had earned some of it, but I was a gangbanger. I was a thug. I wanted to fight. I slapped people. I did this. I did that.
Well, I mean,
I was a competitor. You know what I mean? So like I said, some of that was earned, but it wasn't the entire, it wasn't who I was. So I think now that we live in a day where you can run to your phone, you can run to your platform, you can run to your homeboy's platform. And, so-and-so said this, and that shit is not true. This is actually what happened. And I think people do appreciate that, learning the choice. I mean, there's such a blurred line in life now where facts don't really matter for some reason. Some people say it's the truth. Some people say it's a lie, you know what I mean? So it's just like, it's hard to decipher at times, but, until you show me different, I'm gonna give you the opportunity to explain to me whatever you feel like you need to explain. So I'm definitely glad we have transitioned out of that and anything you really need to find out or anything that an athlete really needs to get off his chest can be done in a safe space and done well.
Yes. It can be done. You got to fight for your right to party and to be properly perceived as well. That's what this conversation is about. Sources and lies and exaggerated narratives. Let's talk about sources. You know how sources go? I'm going to tell you right now, and I'm not here to put this to a lie detector test for everybody who's ever said the word sources, but I'm going to give you 2 things that let you know 80-90% of the time they lying. They just want to say something that they don't want to get credit for. Sources say, look, you heard it. You may think it's real, or you just want to get it off. That's sources. It ain't always somebody, hey, guess what just happened? LeBron, yes, Stop. Hammer time. Sources, blurred line between lies, or something I want to get out there and see how it responds, see how it gets fodder, how y'all talk about it, how y'all respond to it. The other thing is, while I was watching the tape, look, Y'all ever, today, I'm filming this right now, it's Sunday morning. Football is not on yet. It's 8:28 a.m. Football's coming on at 10 a.m. out here on the West Coast. We got the best coast. Football quick. On the East Coast, you don't have half your day. If somebody gets on the TV tonight or tomorrow morning, and they will, and say, yeah, I was watching the tape, just do this. Because, yeah, you were watching the tape, but you didn't watch all the tape. Cats be over there having 19 conversations on 18 games. You'd be like, what? It's just BS. It's okay. They teach us, or you learn the ropes to say that because it gives you credibility. Well, all I have to do is break down one game and say, yeah, I watched all the games. I watch all the games. First of all, impossible. Second of all, no, you didn't. It's the same way if my friends used to always come up to me and say, man, how does this go? How does this media stuff work? How do y'all have answers to every question? Because, from the outside, it used to look like, damn, he went from asking you about basketball to football to bowling to cricket, and you just went, wop, wop, wop. Well, 4 hours ahead, they told me every question they was going to ask me. It's not that hard. Have an answer, right? Anybody could do that. Okay, let's get into this a little deeper. I want y'all to beat it up in the comments. How reputations get exaggerated. Steven Jackson. Now, and Matt Barnes. Not exactly the best case studies for exaggerated reputation because everything that people hold against them, they have actually done, as he said, we've committed, we've done. They've done some of the parts that made everyone take it further. I thought Steven Jackson was gangster, and it wasn't because of reputation when I first saw him. First time I saw him, we was on a shuttle bus going to the Playboy Mansion, and he was holding court. And I'm from L.A., but I'm a corny kind of L.A. cat. Like, I'm silly, but I know everybody. All them dudes y'all checking into and all them, what up, blood, what up? They the home. What's up, Wiley? What's up, baby? I am respectful and respected. And I heard him back there holding court, and I was like, yeah, Steven connected. I heard some stuff, and I was like, okay. And that was the first time I met him. I didn't even really talk to him, just a little bit, because he was Steven Jackson in the NBA, and I was like, dude, football. Matt Barnes. I remember the first time I really hung with Matt Barnes was in the flag football contest, celebrity game. And I was like, damn, that dude, he was good in the NBA. He would have been great in football. I'm like, how good? He way better in football, and he good in basketball, but he ain't this. That sucker could play some football. That's all I'm going to say. And then, he's had some incidents, altercations. We all know it. Derek Fisher, the kids, all that stuff, blah, blah, blah. So we always contribute to our reputation to a degree, right? But these reputations sometimes get out of line. Just like Matt Barnes and them are not as gangster and crazy as they reputations are, even though they've done things that make us think that. Skip and Stephen A are not as boisterous as you think they are, not as outlandish and loud as you think they are. Actually, in real life, Skip is quiet and reserved, and Stephen A is as well. Isn't that wild? Let's talk through it. Because Stephen A and Skip used to say it used to be gospel. How about when Jason Whitlock says it? Oh, I heard y'all. I already heard y'all. Beat it up in the comments. Is it real? Oh, it's a hard truth. One thing about Whitlock, he gonna say a hard truth. I can count on one hand and probably one finger how many times I heard him say something like, damn. I mean, I know that slice. Maybe it's not the whole pie, but I'm like, that part. Well, him and Dion, I don't know what he's doing. Let it go. Even though Dion lost yesterday. Let it go, Jason. But yeah, he says hard truths. Hard truths. Drunk uncle truths. Drunk uncle. Drunk great uncle truths. Or I hear y'all say his reputation, he lies. Or he hates the black athlete. I hear it. Ryan Clark, what's his reputation? Oh, he real. Ryan Clark a real one, yeah. But if it comes to a black issue, we know he gonna cry or pander or do something, right? Being real. Yep. Emmanuel Acho, what's his reputation? I hear y'all. He a grifter. I didn't even know what that word was. I graduated. I was like, what's a grifter? I was like, oh, I call him a surfer. Surfers are people who ride the waves, right? What y'all talking about now? Black lives? Okay, I got you. What y'all talking about? Jewish people? I got you. What y'all talking about? Women's rights? I got you. I told him this to his face. That's why I can roll everywhere with a smile. Everybody is your homie. Malika Andrews, what's her reputation? I'm trying to get these reputations because sources says unfair. They're evil towards the black players. I heard y'all. Is it really that way, or is it most of the NBA black and she got to talk about the NBA? So, I mean, sorry, it's just going to be that. I don't know. What's my reputation? You keep it real, Wiley, but you too silly. You a sellout. Why are you so conservative? I am a blend of all things that exist. And if that right now is more logical towards conservatives, it is. And as I look at it, it is. But I'm liberal as hell too when it makes sense. I'm a make sense person. I strangle myself just to make it make sense. Because if I'm doing something that is not, that's not how you let your light shine. So I know I hear about myself too. But I'm real with everybody and I'm real to everybody. And whoever doesn't like me, all right, tell me. Just don't tell me at a party or an event. Tell me when we can talk for real without lights, camera, actions, altercation. Because I'm not a fighter, but I will whoop that ass. I'm not going to fight you, but I'm going to kill you. Let me stop, allegedly. And I mean kill you like in a football sense. I got some football moves still left in me. No, in all seriousness, I want us all to just come together and just all chip in with our realities. That's all this is about. And I know one thing that's not reality. Sources said. It's a damn lie. Not every time, but most times. Most times it's just to get it off your chest and not get the credit for it. So in case it doesn't land, I didn't say that. Sources said that. Y'all get the game? I remember the first time I contributed to the BS. And it was partly because I was green and partly because I thought it was the thing to do. I can't lie to y'all. I had a coach named Mike Smith, and he was our defensive coordinator in Jacksonville. Now, y'all know how much I respect Jack Del Rio as the head coach, but Mike Smith and I just didn't connect. And it wasn't bad. I wasn't that good of a player anyway, so he didn't have to, in priority, connect with me. But then that made me stay a little aloof and just observe. And I was watching all these youngsters on our team especially just having their way. You know, I was like, probably ain't going to win a championship ever because this is my last stop and don't look like it's going to happen here despite all our talent. Despite one year, I think we went to the playoffs. We had New England. That was interesting. I think it was close. I don't remember even the game. But the point is, I didn't like things as they were occurring, especially because I was on the defensive side. Whatever. It's kind of hard to yell about the club when you can't get in, you know what I mean? What you mad about? You can't get in. I couldn't get on the field as a starter, but I was still playing a bunch as a backup and sometimes starter. I get to ESPN years later, and they asking me about Mike Smith, who becomes the Atlanta Falcons head coach. And I just immediately go back into my reservoir of memory and realizing how it felt like we ran the damn team. And it wasn't because Mike Smith didn't have discipline, didn't have control. It just, I saw these personalities so big. So long story short, I let them ask me some questions. And then they were like, wow, sounds like you're describing a circus. Was it a circus? And I never called it a circus. I never thought of it as a circus. But I said, yeah, just, TV, about to go to commercial. They summon you up. So it sounds like it was a circus. Was it a circus? And I'm like, unchallenged, yeah. And I remember going to break, and I was like, it wasn't really a circus, but I hear you if you call it a circus from the outside, whatever. Well, that story, back in those days, we didn't say go viral because I don't even think we had the internet fully. Like, I don't know what we had. But it got a lot of attention. And it made me feel weird. Because I was like, I like Mike Smith. I like Coach. I ain't mad at him. I was just trying to describe the situation as it wasn't ideal, but still good enough to go get it. Well, they took that and ran with it. Next thing I know, headlines everywhere. And I'm like, damn. And this is during the season. I'm like, damn, this dude. And I think he did well his first year. I don't know. But point being, I had to see him. And as soon as I saw him, we were in some like break room at the Super Bowl. And I saw him over there. And you know how that feeling. He's like, damn, time to man up, homie. You know what I'm saying? You looking like you in colors about to get jumped on the set. Like, 2-1, Holmes. Looking like Frog. You know, what's up, home? And I'm like, all right, let me bow up and go over there, elbows up. Hey, coach, I just want to say I'm sorry about what you've heard, the comments I made. I mean, I'm just giving him a soliloquy. He ain't even said, hi, Marcellus. I'm just, something on the end of JJ Fast Supersonic, right? And then he's like, you know, I hear you. He didn't even say, I accept your apology. He said, I hear you. I understand what you were saying, maybe what you're trying to say, you know. Doesn't feel good when a former player says that, but hey, we're big boys. You know how the game goes. And I think we talked for a little bit longer over a bagel, and then he went on his way. That wasn't even about sources. That was me in the room reading it wrong or letting somebody else read it for me. Yes, well, here's the game. Log on to Project Transition like John Hollisworth and make a one-time $50 donation supporting Project Transition. That dude could play some pickleball. He competitive as hell. God dang. Never seen somebody who just don't let go. Let it go. He want to win every point. I wish I had that in me. Actually, I do. I just do it with a smile. And without further ado, guess what I'm about to do now without a smile? I'm about to bust this out. This is going to be dope. This is going to be a good one. I can feel it. Sometimes you got to talk into existence. Let's go. But first, log on to projecttransition.org, become a gym member, giver every month. I will send you this book, Never Shut Up. Just give. All y'all buying Jordans. Jordans cost more than $5 a month. Support the kids in the community. Never shut up. Support Project Transition. Let's get it. Hey, what do I see? I see me on TV talking crazy. You acting so lazy. Ooh, yeah. I'm ready to go, y'all. Turn on the news. What do I see? Media spreading deceit. They twist the game, painting false pictures just to chase some fame. Athlete, he's a diva. He lazy. He can't play. What, fool? I put in work every day. Spinning that fiction as fact. The truth gets attacked. Man, y'all sources lying, twisting the story just to mess up all my glory. Just rumors trying to create no profits off that debate. Cause y'all manipulate, get it straight. Oh yeah, I got time to wait. Y'all lying on athletes, tarnishing our names. Trying to play a sources game, yeah. Y'all don't know what it is. Y'all mad because y'all was sorry when y'all was kids, Y'all couldn't handle y'all biz. Y'all just trash cans without the lids. You are a NARP. You know what that means? Non-athletic regular person. You heard me talk? You wish you had ball in your life. You wish you had my life. You wish you had my, let me stop. You wish you had my, boy, give me a round of applause for that one. That might have been an A+. I ain't stick the landing, but who cares? Who cares? Love y'all. What's up, y'all? It's Marcellus Wiley, founder of Project Transition and proud gym member. I'm excited to share with you an opportunity that will support our kids on their mission to making their dreams a reality. At Project Transition, we believe that real change comes from consistent action and support. That's why we invite you to join our powerful gym membership program that is making a difference every single day. As a gym partner, by giving every month, you'll fuel our mission by providing monthly support that turns into real empowerment and education for underserved youth. Your commitment reduces school dropouts, nurtures communities, and funds impactful programs like the Rising Stars Academy that we share. Together, we can turn potential into prosperity. Join the group of community champions driving change. Your contributions will help aid success by providing essential educational resources, building critical life skills, and fostering community strength. There's no better feeling than knowing your support will ignite hope, foster dreams, and empower the next generation. Join us today and be a part of transformative change. Help our youth become greater than their greatest excuse. Become a gym partner. Thank you.